progress report says we are at Callan for Kids, stage 4, paragraph page 340. Okay, and our last headword was weird, newer type of lesson. Okay, so let's start with revision. Are you ready? Very good. Okay, so let's start. What time do you leave home every morning to go to school? What time do you leave home every morning to go to school? I leave home at 7 in the morning to go to school. Do you leave your shoes in the classroom when you go home? Do you leave your shoes in the classroom when you go home? No, I don't leave my shoes in the classroom when I go home. I take them with me. What do we have to do to make toast? What do we have to do to make toast? We have to put some bread into a toaster to make a toast. To go home from there, do you have to go along ABC Street? To go home from there, do you have to go along ABC Street? Yes. To go home from here, I have to go along ABC Street. Do you have to do homework every day? Do you have to do homework every day? Yes or no? Yes, I have to do homework every day. What do parents say to little children? You mustn't be naughty or you don't have to be naughty. What do parents say to children? You mustn't be naughty or you don't have to be naughty. Parents say you mustn't be naughty to little children. To little children. Okay, very good. Next. Who's got blonde hair in this room? Who's got blonde hair in this room? No, but no one's got blonde hair in this room. In this picture, whose hair's blonde? In this picture, whose hair's blonde? So, in this picture, Sophie's hair is blonde. And what color's Max's hair? What color's Max's hair? Max's hair's fair. What color's your hair? What color's your hair? My hair's black. Okay, very good. Next, what does the word terrible mean? What does the word terrible mean? The word terrible means really bad. Give me an example. Give me an example, please. Oh dear, Mom, this food tastes terrible. Do I have to eat it? Okay, very good. Next, what's the past tense of the verb sleep? What's the past tense of the verb sleep? The past tense of the verb sleep is slept. How long did you sleep last night? How long did you sleep last night? I slept 9 hours last night. What did you buy with your pocket money last week? What did you buy with your pocket money last week? I bought some sweets with my pocket money last week. Did you know me 2 weeks ago? Did you know me 2 weeks ago? Yes, I knew you 2 weeks ago. Did your parents teach you to eat with a knife, fork, and spoon? Did your parents teach you to eat with a knife, fork, and spoon? Yes, my parents taught me to eat with a knife, fork, and spoon. Do you think I rode to the school today on a bicycle? Do you think I rode to the school today on a bicycle? Yes, I think you rode to the school today on a bicycle. Did that picture hang on the wall last lesson? Did that picture hang on the wall last lesson? Yes, that picture hung on the wall last lesson. Where were you at this time you swam? Where were you the last time you swam? In a swimming pool or at the seaside? Where were you the last time you swam? In a swimming pool or at the seaside? The last time I swam, I was in a swimming pool. Did I drive a car last week? Did I drove a car last week? Yes, you drove a car last week. Did you catch a cold last year? Did you catch a cold last year? Yes, I caught a cold last year. Did anyone in your family make toast for breakfast this morning? Did anyone in your family make toast for breakfast this morning? Yes, someone in my family made toast for breakfast this morning. What was the first thing I said when I met you today? What was the first thing I said when I met you today? The first thing you said when you met me today was hello. What was the name of the last film you saw? What was the name of the last film you saw? The name of the last film I saw was Jurassic Park, Godzilla. Did you think it was a good film? Did you think it was a good film? Yes or no? Yes, I thought it was a good film. Okay, put this sentence into the past, please. Sophie often wins at table tennis. Sophie often wins at table tennis. Sophie often won at table tennis. The duck fly over the lake. The duck fly over the lake. The ducks flew over the lake. We throw all our rubbish in the bin. We throw all our rubbish in the bin. We threw all our rubbish in the bin. Dan never loses his school books. Dan never loses his school books. Dan never lost his school books. My daughter always breaks her toys. My daughter always breaks her toys. My daughter always broke her toys. Okay, next. Why is it easy to remember the past tense of put, cost, hurt, cut, or hit? Why is it easy to remember the past tense of put, cost, hurt, cut, and hit? It's easy to remember the past tense of put, cost, hurt, cut, and hit because they do not change. The past is the same as the present. Give me an example, please. After my mom washed up the plates, I put them in the cupboard. I didn't buy the tennis racket because it cost too much. Mary cut her finger yesterday and it hurt. Tim hit the tennis ball high into the air. Okay, next. Let me check. Beard. Okay, next. How many grandchildren does your mom's mom have? How many grandchildren does your mom's mom have? My mom's mom has five grandchildren. Are you her grandson or granddaughter? Are you her grandson or granddaughter? I'm her grandson. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're touching your bottom lip. If a man got hair above his top lip, what do we call it? If a man has hair above his top lip, what do we call it? If a man's got hair above his top lip, we call it a mustache. And what's the hair on the man's chin called? And what's the hair on the man's chin called? The hair on a man's chin is called a beard. Do you want to have a beard and mustache when you're an adult? Do you want to have a beard and mustache when you're an adult? Yes, I want to have a beard and mustache when I am an adult. Okay, very good. So that's the end of our revision. Let's have new work. Okay, repeat visit. One day. Okay, listen. I am always in visiting. I always enjoy visiting my relatives. I think I'll visit the moon for a holiday one day in the future. Let's practice. Do you always enjoy visiting your relatives? Do you always enjoy visiting your relatives? Yes, I always enjoy visiting my relatives. Do you think you'll visit the moon for a holiday one day in the future? Do you think you'll visit the moon for a holiday one day in the future? Yes, I think I'll visit the moon for a holiday one day in the future. Very good. Next, what's the matter? Toothache, stomach ache, headache, earache. Okay, listen. When someone's crying and we don't know why, we can ask them, what's the matter? I have a headache. Let's practice. When someone's crying and we don't know why, what can we ask them? When someone's crying and we don't know why, what can we ask them? When someone's crying and we don't know why, we can ask them, what's the matter? Give me an example. Give me an example, please. What's the matter, Sam? My knees hurts. I fell off my bike. What's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? You've got toothache. Next, repeat interesting. Interested. Boring. Bored. Listen, I think comics are more interesting than magazines. I'm interested in sport. Yeah, let's practice. Which do you think are more interesting, magazines or comics? Which do you think are more interesting, magazines or comics? I think comics are more interesting than magazines. Are you interested in sport? Are you interested in sport? Yes, I'm interested in sport. If a film at the cinema is boring, what can we do? If a film at the cinema is boring, what can we do? If a film at the cinema is boring, we can stop watching it and leave the cinema. Do you get bored when you have nothing to do? Do you get bored if you have nothing to do? Yes, I get bored when I have nothing to do. Next, repeat a country. The country. Block of hats.
The country.
Block
The
of
left of hat.
flats. Very good.
Back of
Okay.
hat.
When we say a country, we say a place like England, Brazil, China, etc. For example, Italy is a country and France is a country. But if I say rabbits live in the country, I mean the rabbits live in the countryside, not in cities or towns. In the country, people generally live in houses. In towns and cities, many people live in flats. A large building with a lot of flats is called a block of flats. Let's practice. Do you live in the country? Do you live in the country? Yes, I live in the country. What's a block of flats? What's a block of flats? A block of flats is a large building with a lot of flats in it. Are there many blocks of flats in the country? Are there many blocks of flats in the country? No, there aren't many blocks of flats in the country. There are many blocks of flats in towns and cities. Okay, next repeat. See you. Okay, listen. When someone says see ya, they mean goodbye. Let's practice. When someone says see ya, do they mean hello or goodbye? When someone says see ya, do they mean hello or goodbye? When someone says see ya, they mean goodbye. Give me an example. Give me an example, please. Okay. I have to go home now. See ya. Okay, next, could. Okay, the listen. The past of can is could. Let's practice. What's the past of can? What's the past of can? The past of can is could. Could you walk when you were 4 years old? Could you walk when you were 4 years old? Yes, I could walk when I was 4 years old. Could you understand any English word 6 years ago? Could you understand any English word 6 years ago? No, I couldn't understand any English words 6 years ago. Could you write your name when you were a little baby? Could you write your name when you were a little baby? No, I couldn't write my name when I was a little baby. Okay, next, repeat. Push, pull. Okay, I'm pushing the table. Now I'm pulling the table. Okay, let's practice. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're pushing the table. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're pulling the table. Okay, what's the past of can? What's the past of can? The past of can is could. Do we push the door to go out of this classroom? Do we push the door to go out of the classroom? Yes, we push the door to go out of the classroom. Is this table too heavy for you to pull across the floor? Is this table too heavy for you to pull across the floor? Yes, that table's too heavy for me to pull across the floor. Very good. Okay, next, repeat. Plan, plan. Okay, very good. Okay, listen. So a plan is an idea about what to do in the future. Let's practice. What's a plan? What's a plan? A plan is an idea about what to do in the future. Who makes most of the plans in your family? Your mother or your father? Who makes most of the plans in your family? Your mother or your father? My father makes most of the plans in my family. Okay, next. Where do you come from? Who are you talking to? Okay, so let's practice. Listen. When we use question words like where, what, and which, we put prepositions at the end of the sentence. Where is a question word, from is a preposition. So we do not say from where do you come? We say where do you come from? We do not say to who are you talking? We say who are you talking to? Let's practice. Where do you come from? Where do you come from? I come from Japan. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? You're talking to me. Where am I taking the book from? Where am I taking the book from? You're taking the book from the table. What am I putting the pen under? What am I putting the pen under? You're putting the pen under the book. What do pirates travel on? What do pirates travel on? Pirates travel on ships. What can we measure things with? What can we measure things with? We can measure things with a ruler. Okay, next, repeat. Dream. Very good. Okay, listen. Dream. Okay. Listen. I don't always remember my dreams when I wake up in the morning. Sometimes I remember them and sometimes I forget them. Let's practice. Do you always remember your dreams when you wake up in the morning? Do you always remember your dreams when you wake up in the morning? No, I don't always remember my dreams when I wake up in the morning. Sometimes I remember them and sometimes I forget them. Do you ever dream that you could fly? Do you ever dream that you could fly? Yes, I sometimes dream that I could fly. Okay, next repeat. Grow. Grow up. Grown up. Okay, very good. Okay, listen. Farmers grow things like vegetables and fruit on their farms. Another word for adult is grown up. Let's practice. What kind of things do farmers grow on their farms? What kind of things do farmers grow on their farms? Farmers grow things like vegetables and fruit on their farms. Do you think you're growing slowly or fast? Do you think you're growing slowly or fast? I think I'm growing fast. When you grow up, what job do you want to do? When you grow up, what job do you want to do? When I grow up, I want to be a sumo wrestler. What's another word for adult? What's another word for adult? Another word for adult is grown up. Are kids generally stronger than grown ups? Are kids generally stronger than grown ups? No, kids aren't generally stronger than grown ups. They're generally weaker than grown ups. Okay, very good. So now let's move on to reading. Reading is at stage two, page 169. Last headword was strong. Oh no, we are at stage three. Stage three, 169. Last headword was strong. Okay, let me scroll down. There you go. Let's start. What's this? What's this? It's a line. How many lines do we use to write the letter X? How many lines do we use to write the letter X? We use two lines to write the letter X. Are there many lines on an old person's face? Are there many lines on an old person's face? Yes, there are many lines on an old person's face. How am I feeling at the moment? How am I feeling at the moment? You're feeling tired at the moment. What do you do when you feel very tired? What do you do when you feel very tired? I sleep when I feel very tired. Do people shake when they feel very afraid? Do people shake when they feel very afraid? Yes, people shake when they feel very afraid.